بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum, my third secondary students. Welcome to the second semester of Dروس online. Today we're still in unit 6 and our lesson today is only writing, and it's all taken from your book travelleru6. So what we will learn today, we got two objectives and both are related to writing. So number one, we're going to write an informal letter based on a prompt, which is mainly a little bit formal and informal at the same time, but it's based on some information or a table or a rubric. Two, we're going to use some appropriate phrases in writing a letter. So we're going to learn some new words that can help us write, comprehensive and coherent writing. So what we're gonna study today is all about expository paragraph. What is an expository paragraph? As you can see, we're using graphs and statistics here that help us really write about some thesis or some markets or some stock stuff in some kind of expository way. So the expository paragraph is an essay that explains and analyzes a topic, giving you information. So it gives you information, an explanation, facts, or some kind of illustration. So you get some facts. So you're dealing with numbers, statistics, and graphs. So expository comes from the term expose, meaning to reveal, to tell. So although explaining a topic can be done in several ways, the most common approach to developing an expository paragraph requires using specific details and examples. So if you're writing about, stock market, you need examples, you need numbers, you need things that are, unquestionable and full of facts. And also it requires adequate and precise analyzation of some matter or problem. So the expository paragraphs really has, essentials or basics, which are, you need to identify the topic or the thesis you're writing about. You need to say, oh, I'm writing about, oil market. I'm writing about gold market. So you think about this and then you choose an angle that is interesting to you. If you're writing about gold, what is something interesting to you? The gold is a good way to reserve money and save money. Some people use it to save money because it is most of the time gold goes up. You need it when you get married. You need it to give somebody as a present and so on. Then you need to list facts and details. Every fact has details and example. For this, you can include the most important and the most interesting things. So try to have a solid example and a very related, unquestionable fact. Then you need to pump up ideas, enrich ideas. Like you include reasons, you include examples, facts, codes, numbers, statistics, and graphs. And also, you need to ground and organize your ideas. You don't start like 1, 5, 10. No. Always, and for any kind of writing, we need to have a draft first. So you need to organize your ideas so they look coherent and in sequence. So you need to sort your details into the beginning, middle, and end. That is for every writing. We have introduction, then we have the body and the middle of the paragraph, and then finally the conclusion. And then you can use topic related words. You can use some terminology that, if you're writing about stock market and financial problems, you need to use certain vocabulary that are related to it. Like, sound like an expert with vocabulary terms. So describe and give examples. Use precise nouns, verbs, and verbs to explain ideas. Some verbs are more effective than others to explain. And also you can use more words that can help you write coherent writing, such as connectors, like in the beginning, first, second, to be honest, as we have seen, moreover, nevertheless, at the end of the day, finally, and so on. So the expository paragraph, also we can list it to you. Again, we can rephrase all what we've done. When writing an expository essay, get a clear idea of what your essay should be focused on. So, we just said this at the beginning. Identify the topic. 2, write in a formal and impersonal style. Don't write I think, I. No. Write in a general way, in an impersonal style, and in a formal language, strong language. 3, use a topic sentence to introduce each paragraph, especially in the main part. So every paragraph has a topic sentence. 4, do not develop your ideas in the introduction and do not introduce new ideas in the conclusion. So keep the introduction and the conclusion, the first paragraph and the last paragraph, away from the most important ideas. In the introduction, you write about what you're gonna write about and give a general idea about it. And finally, in the conclusion, you may give your opinion or sum up and summarize things. But don't include in the beginning or in the introduction and the conclusion something very basic and important. 5, use a wide range of vocabulary and structures. Use different tenses, different ways of, rephrasing. Try to be short. Most of the time, it's always better to use short sentences and avoid, long sentences where the subject and the object can be, very vague and missing. And so this will result in, bad coherent writing. So always try to use strong vocabulary, related vocabulary, and nice structures. 6, do not translate from your own language. Try to think in English instead. Don't try to get things from Arabic into English. Sometimes these stuff don't work. Like you can't say from here to here and translate it into English. We can say this in Arabic, but it doesn't work in English. Try to think in English. So let's take an informal letter, okay, about some entrepreneur and employee. So the entrepreneur is somebody who is a businessman or a small businessman. An employee, he belongs to some kind of company. So let's read about this. A current trend in the UK is to encourage school leavers and new graduates to become entrepreneurs and run their own businesses. In fact, an academy has been established to teach young people how to become entrepreneurs. What factors have contributed to this trend? Discuss giving examples. So it's about people who want to become small businessmen, like entrepreneurs, or want to go and find a job in a company and be, employees. Discuss this and give examples. So let's write this in a form of expository paragraph. Here, in the introduction paragraph, we're trying to hook and build the sentences or the thesis statement or the topic sentence of the introduction. In recent years, a growing number of young people have started setting up and running their own businesses. This trend can be attributed to economic factors as well as the changing workforce needs of many industries. Young people are amongst the hardest hit, with unemployment of 16 to 24-year-old at a recent high or at a record high. Possibly the most significant factor is the current economic climate, which has put a strain on employment. Many people are losing their jobs as both the commercial and public sector struggle to survive in a recession. In particular, school leavers and new graduates are most affected as they're coming into a job market with little or no work experience or skills. Moreover, in major employment sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, and services, the use of Advanced technology is reducing the number of jobs available as people find themselves being replaced by machines. Now consider, for instance, how common automated gas pumps, ATMs, and vending machines are. A large section of the workforce has been affected by these changes. Consequently, school leavers who are left with fewer job opportunities have been obliged to find alternative solutions. And here, the body paragraph, we just wrote 2 or 3 paragraphs, which is the body of the middle. We had some topic sentence for every paragraph. We got supporting sentences, which, they are concluding sentences, and every supported sentence has an example or a fact or a solid example. This is now the conclusion, where you can see in the conclusion we're going to conclude and finish the paragraph and restated thesis, and we give the summary of a main idea, final thought as a final thought. Okay, let's see the conclusion now. To sum up, it is clear that nowadays anyone entering the workforce for the first time will have to use their initiative and creativity in order to succeed in a world where jobs are few and far between. Imagination and drive are what counts towards success. So this is the end. We just included, we made a thesis out of it, and we summarized the main idea, and we gave the final thought for our writing. So that was all for today. So what we have learned today, it was this, how we write an expository essay. It includes the same form of a style, which has introductory paragraph, the body paragraph, mainly 1 to 3, and finally the conclusion or the concluding paragraph. Now for the introductory paragraph, we try to hook, okay, and build sentences and thesis statement. And in a body, we got topic sentence for every paragraph, supporting sentences, and concluding sentence. And finally, in a conclusion, we have restated the thesis or rephrased the thesis, and we got a summary of the main idea, and we gave a final thought. These are the references: travelleru6 student book and some of the teacher's guidebook, some photos and pictures from Google Art. And for more information and listen, you can visit our website ain.edu.sa, follow us on Twitter ain_edu, and call us on this number for any updates or inquiry. That was all for today. Thank you for watching this. Until I see you again, have a good day, and assalamu alaikum.